Cowabunga Gamers, welcome back to another episode of Technological Journey. Last time we finished up the blast furnaces, we got the implosion compressor, and basically completed this room. I believe we also did Titan for Toluene for getting the industrial TNT. This time, I would like to work on the advanced plat line. We do have a few ways we can go. We can go this way and get into nuclear. We can work on the advanced plat line, work on getting osmium, iridium, rhodium. We could also start getting into IV, but the problem with that is not the tungsten steel, but it's once we get here, these tungsten cables require polyphenylene sulfide or polybenzimidazole. So there's some infrastructure there that we need to build up. We'll probably skip polyphenylene and just go right to PBI. This doesn't look too bad. It's just more chemicals I can't pronounce, but that's just phthalic acid and phenol, and this is just dichlorobenzene and ammonia. So really, we're like 3/4 of the way here, right? We just need to make benzene, get a distillery for benzene, and then just plop down a few chemical reactors. Bingo bongo, there's your PBI. But this episode, I'd like to at least try get started, see how far we can get. I haven't looked through this fully to see if there's like a limit we can reach where we need IV machines. Watch me find it right now. Yeah, no, like this is LV. It's just a bunch of chemical reactors. So that's what we're going to do today. We're probably going to expand in this room. We may have to move PTFE, but we will find out if we even get over here, because this is another like 10-12 machines we have left. So we'll see how much room we actually use here. So let's just get started. I don't have a plan for this. We'll probably just go down the rows here, starting with rhodium sulfate. Now this seems like a huge line. I'm sure it actually isn't too bad, but I guess we'll what is this? Crude rhodium metal dust. Let's just see where this is, right? Oh, we need blast furnaces for this. Interesting. What is this? Rhodium sulfate solution? Sulfate solution and a chemical dehydrator. Okay, there's where we get this, and this goes into a blast furnace. So yeah, there's more machines than just LCRs required, which is kind of fun. I like to see this room get used out. Yeah, so let's get started with rhodium sulfate. So rhodium sulfate is a blast furnace. So we're going to need a blast furnace. Easy enough. We're also going to need potassium disulfate and platinum residue and oxygen. So platinum residue comes from here. We have a bunch of that. So that's checked off the list. And potassium disulfate is sulfur dust and potassium with some oxygen. So I think on the green, we may already have, no. Do we have oxygen already stored? We do have oxygen. Sick. So let's get a mixer. Now, my question is, do we do this at EV or do we do this at HV? Okay, I've decided we're going to do this at EV. If we're going to be in EV, we might as well do EV, right? So let's get an EV mixer, and then a blast furnace. We need a blast furnace. We also need 16 copper nickel cables. We also need some heat proof casings. I say we just put the blast furnace here and go from there. Okay, so rhodium sulfate. We need 2 inputs and a fluid input. 2 inputs and then a fluid input. And then we need some more interfaces. Do I have any more interfaces on me? No, I do not. Let's make 10 of each. Actually, something else we can look into. The preemptive assembly units? Or am I thinking of the level maintainer? I think I might be thinking of the level maintainer. Do I want to make one of these? I think this would be useful if it's the one I'm thinking about. Just for, yeah, let's go quickly make one of these. Okay, we can just quickly whip up a simple pattern, throw it in here. And then what else do we need? We probably need, we want to make one of these. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just the level emitter. We'll probably end up using a bunch of level emitters later down the line. They're incredibly handy to have. Just turn off machines and everything. Once we have more of a base going, not that we don't have a base, but like once we have a bunch of machines going, we'll be playing around with those a lot. Okay, so the level maintainer is just finishing up. This all needs to be moved at some point. It's getting a tad silly if you ask me. Okay, sick. So this does work how I thought it worked. So let's do that. Let's set that to like, oh wait, no. It needs to be the full block interfaces. Interesting. We can't like pull out. Let's make this like 15. Craft them 5 at a time. Crafting batch 5. And then fluid interfaces. And as I said that, I literally just saw all the fluid interfaces I have. So, you know, this'll save us time in the long run. 15 and 5. 15. Okay. We'll leave that as that for now, and we'll come back once. We'll keep adding to it as we find what we need. I'm thinking I'll add cables and everything to it. But now stuff should be finished up, so we can put in our interface or our input hatches. We also need EV. I put them in here, didn't I? Yes. We need 2 of these. We need a maintenance hatch. We also need a muffler hatch. Easy enough. Maintenance hatch goes on top, I believe. Fluid. We need an output. And this output, I think it's just oh no, we need a okay, so we need 2 outputs here, which is good. So we want a fluid output and we want item output. There we go. Coils should be done by now. They are. Beautiful. Oh, no. And casings. Maintenance. And then muffler. Sick. Okay. I just realized these all have maintenance issues, which is fine. We're not doing anything with them right now. Okay, okay. So, oh boy. Actually, no, that's beautiful. So orange cable is our power. And then green cable is our outputs and everything. So input, that's output. So input here is going to be oxygen. Did I? Oh, yep. There we go. Then we're going to have two item interfaces. Here and here, which will have potassium disulfate and platinum residue. Platinum residue 64 and potassium disulfate. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the output will have the facer should be done. Yep. So that'll be output, and then this will just be a storage bus. Extract only. And this should be it for everything here. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, so by now our mixer should be done. And we can throw that here. So how do we want to do, what was it, potassium disulfate? Well, first off, we also want one of these with oxygen. That will go there. And then we need two inputs, so let's get an arm. And you will import, and we also want a filter. And this filter will keep exactly, oh no, how does this work? Right, we want a stack of platinum and a stack of potassium disulfate. And then this produces a liquid? No. Blast furnace. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm a fool and a fraud. Potassium and sulfur, right? Okay, that makes sense. And then this becomes potassium disulfate, which will get kicked out. It will get kicked out, and we will need a circuit. We'll need a few of these probably. And an interface with potassium and sulfur. Sick. And a stack of each of those will be fantastic, actually. And then we put potassium is a circuit of 0. Okay, and that's the mixer done. Ooh. You're just going to keep making. You're just going to keep making if we let you. And I don't think we want to let it. So, unless we limit how much potassium it gets, because I think potassium disulfate is 2 to 2 to 11, 11 to 7, and 7 to 2. So if we limit the potassium we give it, then it can't make more. And then sulfur, it loses 1 sulfur and oxygen. So this is fine as long as we limit the potassium it gets. Do we have potassium in here? We do not. So if we give it a stack, it can never use more than a stack of potassium, unless somewhere later in the loop it makes potassium. But we'll find out. We'll find out. So what did we just do? We just did rhodium sulfate. And then we want an electrolyzer for this, right? Okay, so for the electrolyzer here, this is going to be where it gets kind of funky since it gives back oxygen. But we can just throw it down with a conveyor belt and just have the conveyor belt set to import and an interface stockpiling or requesting potassium sulfate. So this should be good. Cool. So I think that's rhodium sulfate done. Let me get everything wired up and we can test it. So we should be seeing if I plug this in. Oh gosh. Oh no. How are we gonna get from, actually this isn't useful anymore. We don't need this turbine. So like, but we kind of need this. Actually, if we're coming around here anyway, we can just do something like that, and then this is incredible. This is pointless, and we'll get everything replaced eventually. But now we need to get from green, and I think that will attach to green, yeah, which we do not want. So what we can do is just switch this to orange. Yeah, and then this can be switched to green, and they won't connect. Sick. So we just need some more cable. Do we have any lime? We do. Did I really make 1,000? That's insane. I can't believe I do that. I can't believe none of you stopped me. Okay, so you got nothing. You got nothing. Ah! It would be, that makes sense. And then that, and then you can go, and then you don't have any, you have platinum residue, but you're missing the second half of this, which is you. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, yeah, no, this works. So we can kind of come down here because there will be more machines, and since these don't connect, it's fine. Sulfur and potassium. So let me sulfur, like 100 sulfur, and then potassium. We're low on potassium. I didn't expect us to be low on potassium. That's fine. Why is this so slow? I think we might need to speed up sulfur. That's fine. We can do that. It goes in potassium sulfate. That should be pushed out, but it's not because of the filter here. This should be unfiltered. It is, it goes into Where did that go? Platinum residue dust, and then potassium disulfate. Right? Okay, so potassium disulfate's in here. It's 11.5 and then 1 bucket of oxygen. But output hatch, input hatch. We're missing the oxygen here. Why are we missing the oxygen here? Is it because it all went in? We're also missing the other cable. Where's the oxygen? We have 68 buckets of oxygen in the system. Input. What? Fluid. Is that an output bus? No, that's an input. Oxygen. Extract only. Does this just need a higher priority? Oh, there we go. So you should have worked. You did. You output what you needed to, which was leach residue dust. And then we have rhodium sulfate. Sick. So rhodium sulfate can be done. Rhodium sulfate solution is next. And rhodium sulfate solution is a LCR with water. Okay. So I have a plan. Instead of using a large chemical reactor, we're just going to grab an EV chemical reactor and plop it down. And then we'll eventually make a packer for this. But my plan right now for rhodium sulfate, this is 100 seconds at LV, which means it's not that long at EV. Wait a minute. Rhodium sulfate solution. Rhodium sulfate. Yeah, we want to do this with a tiny pile, right? So we want water and rhodium sulfate. So water. We also want a capacity card. And rhodium sulfate. Those will go in here. Along with a circuit of 0. Hold on, is it 0 or 1? It's a circuit of 1. Okay. Circuit of 1. And this produces rhodium sulfate solution and leach residue dust. And the leach residue dust is going to go back into the system. If I can find my screwdriver. Actually, no, for the packer, we should set up an ore bus for the packer. So it will go back into the system, which is fine. And then down here, we need to request water from the interface here. Right? So that's going. So we need more sulfur. Which will get us more rhodium chlorate. At least it should. And it did, and it's going, bam. You got the output, rhodium sulfate. And you're on a what? You're on rhodium sulfate. Why aren't you going in? Right. Okay, there you go. So now you just need power. You're making the tiny piles. We also need a way to get this out. But we got our solution here. So crude rhodium metal dust, that's our next step. This comes from another blast furnace using salt. Now, we have an interesting dilemma here. We could make another blast furnace, or we could just repurpose the blast furnace we have, right? Hmm. This doesn't make any fluid, so it's safe. Wait. No, we need to make it first. Okay, my bad. Oh, this is easy. It's just a chemical dehydrator. So let's make a chemical dehydrator at EV. Okay, we are back. We got the chemical dehydrator. And then we can plop this down. I'm starting to think we may not have room in here for everything. But we'll see. We might have to move PTFE, which won't be the worst thing. It should be moved anyway. Doesn't really belong in here. So let's see. Crude rhodium metal dust is our next. Ooh, we can. Right? Because that is the solution into here. Fluid export that. Perfect. And then we get a interface. Interface slap on zinc. We come down here. We slap zinc onto here. No, that's potassium. Slap zinc on. That goes. And then we get a conveyor belt. Okay, we will deal with that right now, I guess. Our AE system is full. I was wondering when that would happen. But really quick, we can import zinc dust. Why is zinc dust not getting... Is this one of those things again where we just need to set a higher import? Yeah, okay. So there we go. We got our zinc sulfate and crude rhodium metal dust. So we need to take a step back from this and just get this sorted out. Do I have any 64K storage? No, 64K. We need like 4 of these bad boys. Okay, that actually cleared up the drives fairly well. We do have an extra drive. Okay, so we're gonna have a drive area over here. It might be down here, or it might be up here. I haven't decided yet. No, I have decided. This is going to be filled with molecular assemblers. I don't even know if we'll get to that far in this. We're gonna have drives back here. Actually, no, we're gonna have drives up here. What if we had drives in this wall here? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I think that's what we're gonna do. Hey, that's actually really funny. Cable. Right there, and then we can get you here. Cool. And then once those 64Ks are done, we'll plop them in here. Where were we with this? Right, we had this and zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide in a electrolyzer. Do we want another electrolyzer? Potassium sulfide. What if we had zinc sulfate in here? Would that be kind of mean? I don't think so. So zinc sulfide will go back out. I don't think we need any more oxygen. I'm going to turn that off for now. We need to set this to unfiltered. export. No, unfiltered. You go, you are making stuff. Right? We may want another. Oh, zinc's going in here. We don't want zinc in here. Conveyor belt. Shoot. Right, because that's importing. But if we disabled this for... Oh, we want a pump too. Ay, ay, ay. Potassium. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine if these go back into the system. Because we want them to go back into the system. Yes, so we can do that. We can set this to unfiltered. We could do that. That goes back. That still works. And then we can get a pump. We can get a pump. Put it there. Export the fluid. Which it is. We still have some oxygen left, but that's like leftover oxygen. We could probably sneak that back. Right? You should be going. Why are you not going? Oh, because... Right. So that's fine. We can do that. That goes. Then we set a pump. We want a pump here. Want a pump there that exports. Okay, sick. So this should all be like kind of self-satisfied with everything. Are we still losing sulfur? We might still be losing sulfur. Is that what we're missing over here? Input. Yeah, are we still sulfur? You go, you do things. Okay, so what do we have in here? You got zinc. You got platinum, leach residue, and crude. Rhodium. Okay. What do we do with this crude rhodium? Crude rhodium. Crude rhodium goes into a blast furnace with salt. So, I have an idea. I have an idea. No, they self-input. I wonder though. Could we... If we got another arm, right? We need 2 of these. If we got an arm... Import, keep exact, and throw a filter in here, and we get 64 platinum residue, right? And what's this one? This one's potassium disulfate. And 64 of that. We should be able to do like 2 buses on this. Right? Yeah. Okay, sick. Might also want to switch to HV arms. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Where's my wrench? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do the same thing here, except This is going to be crushed rhodium and salt. Ooh. Filter, item filter. We need steel plates. So I think this is a cool way to do it all in one blast furnace. Hopefully this works because it'll save us a bunch of time. Not time, space in here. And we can fit more machines. What are you smelting? Oh, we're probably smelting tungsten steel or something. Wrought iron, stainless. Okay, so we got some item filters. So we can just pop those in here, keep exactly. And then the other part of this was salt. Right, and then we can just, yeah, easy. Import. Where the hell did you come from? Okay, so this can be used for multiple. We're dual wielding this blast furnace, which is pretty cool. We got some salt. Let me throw some salt in here. Cool. So now we got. Oh, yay. We got rhodium salt dust. Now we need rhodium nitrate. Rhodium salt dust, right? In a mixer with chlorine. Oh, what the heck? Gives us rhodium salt solution. So we need an LCR for this. Where do we get this? My guy. Okay, so we need a large chemical reactor with 3 fluid inputs. We can use a multi-fluid input for that. And then sodium nitrate, which gets us salt, which gets us the salt back, I think. Right? So it's 2 to 3. So we do get the salt back. Actually, we might have an influx of salt. And then rhodium nitrate dust. Okay. So now we do need one of these. So let me make this and I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. We got the multi-block set up for this. So the input bus, this is the wrong one. Hold on. So here we're going to have chlorine. Right? And then on the back here, we're going to have a interface with rhodium salt dust. Right? Rhodium salt dust and chlorine makes what we want to make. But it won't be in there because we also need a conveyor belt. Import. Sick. And then this is just going to have a fluid storage bus on it. If we even have any of those. We have 2. But this is just going to be extract only. Perfect. Okay. We need chlorine. And then this should kickstart the rhodium salt mix. You don't have power, which makes sense because I never set you up to power. Where is... We need you, we need you. Okay. You can go, you can come here. Bind that, and then aluminum cable. You're going. Okay, so we got rhodium salt solution. Now we just need to set this up, right? So this fluid interface right here, you are going to be, we're using this. So we need oxygen, nitrogen dioxide, and rhodium. So you can all go in. And then, hold on. We also need sodium nitrite dust. That's going to be here. But we also need to make sodium nitrite dust. Not in a mixer, but in here you get 2. So you get here, hide. Where are my green? Here they are. Bam. Pretty slick. Okay. So you got rhodium salt in you, but we also need... This probably needs a higher thing, doesn't it? Oxygen, you're getting oxygen in you. We need nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide. Do we not make nitrogen dioxide anywhere? I could have sworn we did. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Rhodium nitrite dust. We need sodium nitrite dust, which is sodium, oxygen, and nitric acid. We could 100% get away with this. Okay, so we want a chemical reactor at EV. And while that cooks, I'm going to go get some carbon dioxide. Okay, we're back. We weren't actually making nitrogen dioxide anywhere that I could find, so I just slapped down a chemical reactor for it. So now we're making it. Okay, so rhodium salt solution, you got everything you need in there. All we're missing is sodium, which is a chemical reactor, right? So chemical reactor here is going to make sodium nitrite dust, which is oxygen and nitric acid. Because of course it is. I think this also has a oxygen. Nitric acid. Right. And then the item component of this is just sodium. But we need to import this. You are going to be unfiltered. We're going to set you down, and we need sodium. Sodium. Okay, so that should be everything. We might also need, oh geez. We probably need sodium on here. Yeah. So we can just keep a stack of sodium in here. You should, if I actually worked like that. You're getting oxygen, you are getting sodium, and now we just need nitric acid, which we are not making here. So let me go grab a big old glug of that. Hopefully this loops. I think this should loop. We're probably screwing it up by requesting nitric acid, but it should be fine. I'm not too worried with, or maybe I am worried. Maybe this is screwing it all up and it should be its own like separate process. That was really fast. Okay, so this is going now, which is, and it's really fast. Quadruple input. No, that's an input bus. We don't have a, oh no, that's brutal. Oh, shoot. That sucks. That's rough. We just wasted all of that. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Bummer zone, population us. I'm so mad that happened. But I think we just need to throw sulfur in. You're getting salt. You're not getting anything. Why? Because these need to be higher priorities. Hold on. Okay, now you're going. You're going. You went. Seven. You're going. You now. You went. You're going. Is this full? No. What are we missing? There's a step we're missing here. Is it this? You have oxygen, you have nitrogen dioxide. But you don't have... Okay, so we do have a bunch of sodium nitrate, which is good. But we don't have any sodium. Crude. Oh shit, I should. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Turns out we had like 78 of it. So that's good. Rhodium filter cake dust. Okay. It just went into the subnet, which is honestly fine. So we need a sifter for this. So let me go get a sifter. Okay, we're back. We got the sifter. So the sifter is going to be similar where we get a conveyor belt. We set it to import and this unfiltered. We're going to go here and we're going to get sodium nitrate dust. Maybe set it to a higher priority. No, this is the wrong one. We want this rhodium nitrate dust. So you can go, you're getting the final step, the rhodium filter cake, and now rhodium dust. Rhodium nitrate, rhodium filter. Whoa, okay. So we probably need another mixer and another chemical dehydrator. Actually, I wonder. No. Oof. That's kind of rough. Because we need a mixer. Right, we need to mix it with water, and then we need to pump that. So we need 2 more. need a mixer. And a chemical dehydrator, unless actually, I wonder. We could pump this. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah. So we just need a mixer. Okay. Okay, we need to fix AE right now. Thankfully, the 64K storage cells should be done. So if we come over here, circuit assembling machine. Wait, where are they? 64K. I literally put them in here. No, that's... There's no way we voided everything here, right? No, because this is set only to... So then where... There's no way. There's no way those voided. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we have everything? Question mark? Okay, this is getting... Okay, yeah, there's 2 of the 64. Which makes me feel better because that's how many I'm just made. So 64K. Okay, let's go do this. Let's just put these in. Even one of these is going to be really nice. Even one of these is going to be really nice. Okay, we're good. We are good. You can go... What were we trying to make? We're trying to make a mixer. Cool. I'll bring you back once that's done. Okay, so here's our EV mixer. So this EV mixer, right, is going to get water. It's going to get water. And it's also going to get... Because what are we making right now? We're making this. Actually, no, this kind of works. Right? So we get a conveyor belt. I think we're going to start switching to HV conveyor belts just because I've noticed MVs are slightly too slow. Like, it's not vital. But if we're going to start making more conveyor belts, I'd like them to be MV or HV. So we get that, like, we get that boost. Okay, so here's the conveyor belt. Set this bad boy to import unfiltered. And then we want... We want cake dust. Right? Do we have cake dust? Because we want... Yeah, okay, there we go. So there's that. But we also want to remove the sign. All this is going to get moved. I've decided. So this is going to be rhodium filter cake solution, and then we're going to pump it into the dehydrator right here, right? Yes, we're gonna pump it in here. And then that's our rhodium dust and ammonia. So all we need is a fluid storage bus here on extract only. That's going in here, and then that's rhodium. Beautiful, beautiful. We got rhodium. Okay, so this is going to be where we wrap up this episode. Next time we'll take our leech residue, which we should have a bunch of, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, leech residue dust. We'll start processing this. And I think we can use the same blast furnace. We may look at having a multiple output hatch here, which could be kind of exciting. This could be like our one multi-use furnace. I'm not sure how useful or good of an idea that is, but it seems pretty fun. Before we leave, what I'm actually going to do, because it does seem like sulfur is our bottleneck. No, oxygen's our bottleneck now. Where's oxygen? Oh, I turned that off. Right. Oxygen should be flown back in. There we go. You're getting the good stuff. I hope you are. I hope this works. Yeah, I see you working. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's where we will wrap up this episode. Next time we'll go down this line, getting ruthenium. Maybe work on osmium if we have time. But otherwise, we'll just keep it on. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time.